Hi folks, I'm Broken Arrow City Manager Michael Spurgeon. It's another beautiful day in the city of Broken Arrow. I'd like to thank you for tuning in to this video segment. Today we're going to be talking about the City Council meeting and the agenda formation process and what the agenda actually consists of. You know, for those of us that are a little bit older, you may remember the cartoon Schoolhouse Rock, which talked about the three branches of government. Growing up, I used to love those segments because they're still relevant to what I do every single day. The City Council, or our governing body, is elected by the Broken Arrow voters, and they actually serve as the legislative branch of our government. My position as city manager acts as the executive branch, and the municipal judge covers the judicial branch of our government. Today we're going to be talking about the legislative branch of our government. Let's begin with discussing why we have City Council meetings. First, City Council meetings are held the first and third Tuesday of each month. The meetings start at 6:30 and are held at the chambers at City Hall. The City Council has many duties. Most importantly, they create new laws, authorize city projects, determine where the public dollars are spent in the annual budget, and generally set the vision for our community. Whether it's about streets, public safety, parks, water and sewer improvements, or economic development, the City Council makes important decisions on behalf of the community every single meeting. That's why I believe attending City Council meetings are one of the most important and transparent ways for you to know what's going on in your city and the community. You can attend in person or watch the live stream on our website. You can also watch our meetings on Cox Cable Channel 24. What you're seeing here is the inside of the City Council chambers. It's in City Hall across from the Community Development Department, more specifically the Licensing and Permitting Center. Up front is the dais, and is where the City Council members and I sit. You'll also from time to time see the City Clerk and City Attorney sitting on the dais, or normally they will sit at the staff desk just below the dais. You can also follow along in the meetings by looking at the agenda. It's a very simple document. It looks like this. I'm going to do my best Vanna White, which is available at the meeting as well as on our website. We try to post the agenda every Friday before the upcoming meeting. Again, City Council meetings are held at 6:30 p.m. on the first and third Tuesdays of each month. Looking at the agenda, the first four sections are standard practices like the Pledge of Allegiance that we do every meeting. Section 5 is known as the consent agenda. The consent agenda has items that are voted on all in one motion and include regular day-to-day business of the City Council. This could include approving City Council meeting minutes and various other ministerial type items. Sometimes a council member may decide to pull an item from the consent agenda so it can be discussed on further and then acted upon. So, Section 6 allows council members to discuss items pulled and then vote on them individually. Section 7 is for public hearings, presentations, and recognitions. This is a very important section in my opinion. This is a section where we initially present our budget for the fiscal year and then hold a public hearing on that budget. Other community organizations also make presentations to update the City Council on what's happening in their respective areas of government. For example, the Tulsa County Library System shares information periodically about what's going on with their programs. The latest presentation that we have was about their summer reading program. It's also an opportunity to recognize outstanding individuals like our employees. Another example would be a police officer and one of our canines winning a national award. I just love recognizing all the hard work of our city employees each and every meeting. Section 8 is one of, or probably some would consider, the most important section on the agenda. Reason being, it allows citizens to talk directly to the council about things that are important to them. If you would like to speak to the governing body, you will need to fill out what is known as a request to speak form and turn that form in before the start of the meeting. When we get to that section, the mayor will call you up in front of the City Council to talk about whatever it is you'd like to talk about, and you will have 3 minutes to do so. Normally, people come in to talk about something to do with city operations or what's happening within the community. Sometimes people come in to talk about a project that's going on with the community, to get more information, or to submit the fact that they are for or against that project. Next, we have the General Council Business section. These are items we would like for council to discuss and give direction on before they make a decision. These are also items that the public may want to address the council on. This section would include tort claims and projects that involve a significant amount of funding, or they may want to address the council about a recommendation on a project from the Planning Commission. Sections 10 and 11 have to do with our ordinances. Ordinances are actual laws that will be enforced by the executive, or what I like to call the administration. City ordinances have to be previewed before they are approved, so Section 10 gives council members an opportunity to review the proposed ordinances and ask questions, if they have them, prior to any final passage. Normally, preview ordinances get voted on at a later meeting, so Section 11 contains ordinances that have already been previewed by the governing body. Sections 12 and 13, respectively, are just sections for the council members and myself to make some general comments about what's going on within the community or city operations. You know, folks, right now I'm going to temporarily skip over item number 14 because I want to talk to you just a little about the Bama meetings and the Beta meetings. After the City Council meeting adjourns, the mayor immediately opens up Bama meetings. Bama, or the Broken Arrow Municipal Authority, oversees our utility items, and the Bama meeting will usually consist of or refer to water, solid waste matters, or sewer services. Immediately following Bama is the Broken Arrow Economic Development Authority meeting. Beta discusses economic development and community business activities within the city. Both authorities' agendas are set up similar to the City Council meeting, though they tend to be much shorter in length. All three of the meetings do allow for what is called executive session, and we normally hold these meetings after the third meeting of the night. Executive session allows City Council to speak privately with the city manager and city attorney and are regulated by state law. I would like to point out that it's very important that the Open Public Meetings Act allows for the following to be discussed in executive session: private matters involving the hiring and firing of employees, union negotiations, the purchase or appraisal of land and other real estate, confidential communications between this council, city management, and the city attorney concerning sensitive matters that could include pending litigation, claims, and investigations. The items that will be discussed must be listed on the agenda so the public knows exactly what's going to be discussed in executive session. After the executive session is finished, the council will open the meeting back up and take a public vote. By Oklahoma law, any action taken on an item discussed in executive session has to be made public. Over my career, I've learned that one of the most important responsibilities that we have as city officials is to effectively communicate with our citizens and provide transparency on what's going on at City Hall and around the community. This video was prepared to help our community have a better understanding on how City Council meetings operate when it comes to meeting agendas. It's important that we give you this information so you'll have access to find out exactly what happened at the meetings. Several years ago, we created what is now known as City Council highlight segments to provide the community with a short video on some of the more important things that happened at the meeting. However, the video of the full meeting is always available for your viewing. You can see this on our website or Cox Cable Channel 24. Well, folks, that's a wrap. I hope that you learned something about the way City Council operates when it comes to meeting agendas. You can always see these agendas on the website, or of course, we'd love to have you at the City Council meeting. So, until next time, I'm Michael Spurgeon, Broken Arrow City Manager. Stay safe, have a great day, and I look forward to seeing you around town.